very familiar with Peter Forsberg from his days in Colorado, and maybe not so familiar with Simone Gagne. He's a very underrated player and a great goal scorer. So the three of us played together. We did very well. I think we all had a great year, and so it's just the season that you want to come into these times and be able to step in and play some pretty good players and have some good members. So it was just one of those years, things come together. You play with good players, and in the NHL, you're not going to do well. So you need to help them. I was able to compliment those guys. I don't have the skills they do, but I was able to go for pucks in the corners and be around the net and create space for them. And so, and we all benefited, especially
So, in 2006, you were on pace to duplicate those numbers until a collision with Rangers forward Brendan Shanahan. What did it feel like to be hurt like that?
Yeah, that was I don't know, probably, I've been professional probably 10 or 11 or 12 years at that point. And nothing too major had happened. I guess at the time, eventually it catches up with you, and something's going to happen to you. But it's just a situation where there's a collision. We didn't, you can still find it on YouTube pretty easy and see what happened. But just a collision. We didn't see each other, and the top of his head hit me right on my right cheek and broke my cheekbone and then broke above my eye too. So I put in a plate here and a plate there. After a week I was okay. After they did the surgery, it really helped. They kind of popped my face back into place a little bit. And it's kind of a weird feeling because you feel like your face is just crooked a little bit as the bones are shifted. But I wasn't in any general pain. I think my hair was not feeling very sharp for that days. But kids got used to it. It was weird to see them get beat up. They're kind of used to it now. So it was, it's one of those things. I guess you play long enough, things happen.
So, after the 2006 and 2007 season, where your team didn't do as well as they were supposed to.
Yeah, that's an understatement. You know what an understatement is? They're saying we didn't do well. Yeah, it was worse than that.
Well, after that, what did you think your team realistically had a chance to do?
Well, we knew, the fact of life in pro sports is when a team doesn't do well, guys are going to go and new guys are going to come in. And I think I was happy that I was kind of, they'll have their meetings or whatever, and we'll decide who's going to go and who's going to stay, and they wanted to keep me around at least, so I was happy about that. But they brought in new guys, and we all knew there was going to be changes. And sometimes it's not that easy, to develop a team and just bring in 6 or 7 guys and get rid of 6 or 7. It doesn't really work like that. It depends how everybody kind of meshes together and the personalities and all that. So, there were, I don't know what people kind of thought, coming into this season, we were going to do. I think there's only one direction for us to go, really, and that was up, right, after the year we had. So, it was interesting. We got off to a fantastic start, and I think that kind of got us going in the right frame of mind. And at times we were up and down a little bit, as a team, and I think that's pretty typical at times. But we were able to pull it together, and as a group, played well a lot toward the end of the year when we needed to. It seemed like as a group at times when we were in trouble, if we got pinned against the wall a little bit, then we really come out and start playing well. Things are going to be easy for us. We want to play well. So I think we realized that as a team. We could stick with it. We played well and kind of carried it.
Yeah. So you got in the playoffs and you had a 3-1 lead over Washington, and then you guys lost games 5 and 6. So what was your mentality going into Game 7?
I think it was, it's a cliche, but it's like, you win today or you go home. Even that game went to overtime. We had to go overtime on that game. And it's been a long time, since I've been on pins and needles for a game like that. I happened to hurt myself in Game 5. Tore a hamstring, so I was out. I didn't know if I was going to get a chance to play again that year because I wasn't going to be healthy for Game 7, so that could have been it, And I think it was a huge load off everybody's back when we did win that game and move on to the next round.
On your goal?
Oh no, I was in Game 4 when I had a double overtime winner. Game 7 was somebody else scored, John Knuble scored. But it was a big relief for the organization. I remember we ride the train from Washington to Philadelphia, and I remember the train being pretty happy, and even like our front office people, I think it was a big load off their back to get a series win. And, a lot of people were happy that we won that. We rolled against Montreal, played very well against Montreal.
Yeah.
Probably beat them. They were probably a better team than what their, how that series turned out. I think we got some shaky goaltending a little bit. And we got great goaltending. That was the difference in that series.
Yeah, but if you would have won the next series against Pittsburgh, what would have been like playing against your former team?
Yeah, that was exciting. I know I run into people this summer all the time, and they say, pulling for you guys to beat Pittsburgh and have a out there. It's really fun. That would have been fun. It would have been kind of crazy. It would have been fun. It would have been, really nerve-wracking. Everything all rolled up and on. It would have been an awesome experience. We were close. Our series didn't end up that close. We had some injuries right at the beginning of the Pittsburgh series that really hurt us and set us back. You get to that point in the year and you need everybody, or else you're not going to win games at that point in the year. So we lost a few people that really kind of set us back and maybe mentally hurt us more than we realized at the time.
Yeah. Well, in 2006 and 2007, you won the Yannick Dupre Memorial, which is given to the flyer who best illustrates character, dignity, and respect for the sport both on and off the ice. Another amazing honor. What did that honor mean for you in light of all of your other accomplishments?
Well, I think it's just sometimes the way, I think the media voted on that or something like that, so it's kind of, just the way you talk to people sometimes. The media have a funny job sometimes, unless they've got to tell us when we're doing good, and they can get on people when they're not doing good, especially if they're falling off. I think it would be disrespectful to people. Come to you for questions and answer. It's easy. It's always easy to answer questions. When the team won, you had a good game, but it's kind of hard sometimes. The team's not going well, and they need somebody to say something. So those are tough days, sometimes. But that's a neat reward because they do have a wall in the locker room, and there's award winners for years. Ever since I started, and Stetson put them up on the wall. So it's kind of neat to see that, maybe 20 years from now you go back there and someone else will be there.
So
You left a mark somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you were on the TV show In the Crease. What was that?
That was pretty. It's kind of cool. You didn't really know what it was until there was a couple guys doing a documentary. So it was kind of interesting to see their journey to the national championship, tournament and stuff. So it was pretty cool. He did get a lot of guys, very good players to do that. I think it was filmed it during the Olympic year, if I remember right. That winter and spring. I was there for a minute or two, so that's kind of neat. I think I've got a copy of it floating around somewhere. They gave us all a copy.
Cool. I'll have to rent it from Blockbuster sometime.
I don't know if Blockbuster will carry it.
Yeah. Well, you had 188 goals scored in your career so far. Any single one most memorable?
Yeah, probably that one against Washington.
Yeah.
Though that doesn't count as one of the 188, right? Those are regular season goals. And that was a good one. And then, I had a big highlight this year was the hat-trick game against Anaheim, where we won the game 3-0. So that was kind of cool to do that and get a shutout and have all 3 goals. That was good. I had scored a goal in the Olympics. That was a good goal too. And then also